Let me tell you of the days of high adventure.
Hello, I'm Eric.
And I'm Kevin.
And this is 6 Degrees of Schwarzenegger, the podcast where we take a long, hard look at some of our favorite action movies from the era of Arnold.
Schwarzenegger is the icon of this genre, and we're taking a deep dive into some of these 80s and 90s cult action movies and breaking them all the way down.
Well, we're back, episode 5.
We are ready to hit the ending, the exciting climactic
We are
conclusion.
at the peak, at the summit of
the peak.
Cliffhanger.
We got Sam with us. He's come the entire journey. Holy
My
shit.
God, why?
How can I miss it? How can I
Why?
miss it?
Sam, I knew you were dedicated to your craft.
I
didn't. You're a
I could not miss this movie.
consummate professional.
I could not miss this movie.
Indeed. Well, we've been happy to have you. Thanks for hanging out with us. It's been a blast.
There is no part that I have that I could miss. You know, all 5 really have key moments. You know?
Right. No,
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, that's the thing. Like, there are so many. I mean, we've talked about it at length this point, so I don't want to like belabor the point. But I mean, just the movie is filled with memorable scenes, just like first frame to last frame.
I do feel bad for people that have never seen it.
Lots of great lines. Not a lot of like the traditional like kiss off type lines.
Right.
Like
There's
not
a
a lot
few.
of not a lot of like yippee ki motherfuckers and like stick around and like all this like one liner like kill lines.
Yeah, but do you agree? Like, there's like, okay, maybe Rambo or Rocky require like a certain kind of appetite for movies, but I think anybody can watch Cliffhanger.
I do think Cliffhangers as action movies go. If you showed anyone that first 10 minutes, with
they're
Sarah
bought
on the
in.
thing,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, well, I'm here. I'm
Yeah,
here
like
to
somebody
watch
can say, I'm not
like,
into Rambo. I get it. I'm not into boxing. What I get it.
Like no one would watch that opening 10 minutes and not be intrigued by what is
I
this
agree.
movie going to be.
It's such a strong opening sequence.
So they nailed it on that. I will try.
Yeah, let's see what you got, man. Let's see what you got.
I'm going to give the briefest of recaps.
Okay.
Which is that we got Stallone's character Walker. He's a mountain ranger, has a tragedy at the beginning of the movie. He loses someone that he's trying to save. That's his buddy's girlfriend. That dude's name is Hal. So sometime later, there is a treasury hijacking, midair hijacking that goes wrong. Money gets dropped in cases all across Rocky Mountain National Park. The hijackers call for search and rescue to come, and they get Walker and they get Hal. They kidnap him. And they're trying to force him to help him find the cases. But Walker gets loose, and much like John McClane, he's like the fly in the ointment, the monkey in the wrench, the pain in the ass. He's going around. He's fucking their shit up all through the mountains. Hal is sort of helping them, but not really trying to help them find the money all that much.
He's taking him the long way around.
So Walker's estranged girlfriend, who also works for the rescue group, she's come and found him. She's linked up with Walker. They're together, trying to. He's been one by one, like sort of destroying the money as he finds them. So there's only one case left that the bad guys are looking for. He's sort of been. The guys have been getting killed and picked off one by one,
Falling off a cliff.
falling off cliffs.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
various like killed in the
Getting,
avalanche, impaled.
Impaled by a
Stalactite.
Stalactite.
Yeah,
That's some
yeah.
wild shit. But we're getting down to the nitty gritty now. There's only a couple bad guys left, and there's Walker and Jesse, his girlfriend, and then Hal, and that's good enough for me.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good a sum up as we needed for this for final episode. So
Yeah.
Walker is telling Jesse that he knows exactly where the final case is. So he says that they're going to go to Bitker Ladder,
He said it's near Crockett River.
Crockett-
And I'm going to go up Bicker Ladder to get there. It's all like fucking
Nonsense.
It's just nonsense that they're talking about.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's irrelevant nonsense.
Right, exactly. So, and he's going to go to the ladder and get the case first because if they get if the terrorists get the money first, then Hal's as good as dead. So he instructs Jesse to like hike down out of the mountains as fast as she can and call for help. She agrees, and then he goes off on his way. Right?
There's another crazy location.
Yeah.
Like them up on a ridge or something, like with just amazing peaks all around. Apparently, almost none of these like real location wide shots are actually Stallone. Like he refused to do any more stuff up in the mountains than he absolutely had to.
Wow.
Which is kind of lame, but that's Stallone for you.
That's an interesting.
He's like a diva.
Yeah, he super is a diva. It's crazy to think though because so much of this movie is shot on location. So was like half of the filming was he just not around?
Well, he didn't like heights.
Okay.
So he's like, I don't want to be like walking on these.
He's like 15 years into his prime.
He's a big
Why
star.
would he go into
Like I don't want to have to walk on the snow on the edge of the cliff.
I know because like I said, Bulgaria is again. I was born in Bulgaria, as I've mentioned in previous episodes, but moved to the U.S. when I was a kid. But imagine Bulgaria as the Georgia equivalent of like Hollywood, where you can film for cheap and a lot of different production studios go there. So long story short, I know a guy that assisted Stallone for I think it was one of the Expendables, and Stallone had him fetch ice cream.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was it. That was his only job.
And well, no, that was like one of the things. But apparently, he was like very like the flavor I like or something like that. I don't know. He was being very. He said he was just very like. He was a nice guy.
He's a diva, though.
He was just very picky.
Yeah.
This is a story I should have shared in episode 1, and I forgot to, but I'm going to share it now because it's too good.
Yeah.
It was about so they did the rescue in the beginning, right, on the towers where Stallone loses her. So, the actress had like really done that shit up on location, on a wire, 1,000 feet above like the ground below or whatever. So when they went to go shoot all the coverage, like the close-up shit with Stallone on a set, she showed up and her story is she walked in and all the crew had like watched all the footage that they had shot up on the mountains and like it's fucking incredible stuff.
Yeah.
So they like gave her they all cheered for her when she came in like you're fucking a rock star. And she said that immediately after that, like that Stallone was like seemed to have like a bug up his ass.
Oh,
like
shit.
that he didn't like that they cheered for her.
Oh shit!
Like that he seemed like it hurt his feelings.
That's
some
a
way.
shame.
Yeah.
So she said that like the script supervisor or like continuity editor like was talking to her and was like, hey, of everyone who's here, like you're the only one who was there when you were shooting the other stuff. So if when we're going along, if we're doing something that's not going to match continuity of what you guys did up on the mountain, like let us know so we can like be sure that everything will match, right? So she said they started going along and something was different or whatever, and she said actually when we were doing it up on the mountain, like the grip was like this, not like that or whatever, and that Stallone was like, are you the fucking screenwriter or am I the screenwriter?
Oh my God.
Wow.
And she was just like, okay. And like the script supervisor person or whoever was just sort of like sitting there quietly off to the side, like not defending her.
Yeah.
And she said she was just sort of like,
after this,
all right, fuck it.
Yeah.
We'll do it however you want to do it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't match, then it doesn't match. But yeah, that's like very on brand, I feel like, though, for Stallone, because he's just sort of like a diva. She chalked it up to like he was sort of insecure because he hadn't had the balls
to go up
to be up there while they were shooting. So it sort of was like when everyone cheered for her, it was like rubbing his face in it, or something like that. And he got like a bug up his ass about it or whatever.
That's hilarious.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I should have shared that in episode 1.
Oh, no,
But here
but-
we are. That's your reward for sticking around.
And there we go.
through
A
the
secret
fifth
story.
episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's fucking wild, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, Stallone is kind of like that guy, I think.
So the completely unnecessary feds who have been in this movie are still flying around in the helicopter in the mountains, having meaningless conversations. And to prove how meaningless the conversations are, they say that the backup helicopters aren't going to be here for another hour.
Sure.
I was like, well, the movie's going to be done by that point, so why are you here? So we cut back to Walker, who's hustling along a very narrow ledge. Another really, really great shot.
I feel like it had to be like a matte painting or something, but it looked really awesome.
Yeah, it looked great. He reaches Bitker's ladder, which is a rickety old ladder, like made of cable and steel rungs, and is bolted onto the cliff face. And I guess it's the remnant of like a mining company or something, but it has like a commemorative historical placard.
It said
as
something
well.
about like property of something mining company or something like
and
that.
Such a very specific ladder in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it was just like, I guess if you got to get up this cliff,
Right.
I guess enough people were going up here.
Going
that
up this way.
We're not going to have a rope. Like, let's put a ladder in.
Yeah.
Our guys are like, this is their daily commute.
Yeah, exactly. So Walker starts climbing up to the top of the ridge, and I guess this is like helping him get in front of the bad guys. Although to this point, his efforts to get in front of the bad guys have been mixed.
So at this moment, there was another awesome matte shot where you could see Hal and whoever's with him walking down like a ridge, and then it sort of pans over across this painting, and you could see like Walker climbing up this ladder.
Oh wow!
And I was like, I feel like on a wide, like big screen, this probably
That
works.
would've been
On
really-
TV at home, it's like hard to even tell what's
yeah.
happening. But
I mean,
what I can tell you for sure, there's not a fucking river at the top of this ladder. Which he was like, the case is at such and such river.
I
earlier.
mean,
I'm like, well, famously, rivers are down in the valleys, like not up at the top of the peaks. But that's a problem throughout the movie. Is like I feel like they wrote the movie with no specific location in mind.
Yeah.
And then when they got to the location and actually they didn't rewrite the script to match the location. So a lot of times like what they're saying and what you're seeing do not match.
Right. And this is,
yeah.
and it feels to a certain extent that the people who are writing the movie have probably not stepped more than a quarter mile outside of downtown Los Angeles.
Possibly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in the original script, I think the whole entire action of the movie was supposed to take place on one mountain, which was called the Tower.
Oh.
So I think then when they pick a location, it's like, well, it's multiple different mountains and everything like that. But
there's some variables that could be applied here for sure. Anyway, Hal and Travers and Delmar, I mean, they're like trudging through snow, and as they're doing this, Walker is running, and he gets to it first, and he spots the case partially covered in snow.
Yeah.
The lid of the case is already broken over.
Busted open, sure.
It's just literally none of these cases. This money was doomed.
Well, this one was just like all the cast was just loose.
Right.
It wasn't even like banded together. It was just a loose pile of dollar bills.
And at this point, it's been up there for what, 2 days now almost.
These fake bills look terrible.
They were looked like thin.
It was a step down from the other. Fake
Yeah,
bills.
I mean, because you don't really get that close to them, so I guess they're not trying to make them look as realistic. But still, the idea that if this case had broken open and they've been up here at least 24 hours and most of the money is still at this case, it's like, okay, is this like outside of a... But anyway, whatever. I'm just nitpick. That's a nitpick. It doesn't even matter. So while he starts filling his backpack with his money, he hears like a squeak in a little den, and he spots a burrow. Then we cut back to Travers, and he's looking at his tracking device, and he's like, oh shit, okay, cool, I'm really close. And so he feels like he's got this. He doesn't need Hal's help anymore. And Travers tells Delmar to just, we're done with him. Go ahead and kill Hal. Whatever. I'm sure we're fine.
It makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense. But
no logical sense.
The movie needed it to happen. So
why? What if the case was somewhere that someone had to climb up and get it? Like
Exactly,
you killed your climber,
right?
For no reason.
The topographical
I think they're
maps.
so tired of him.
Yeah,
They're tired of Hal's shit.
Yeah.
Go on and kill.
I
this
mean,
guy.
I feel like that's. I mean, like they've been in horrible conditions. Probably haven't slept or eaten
They're
in
very
like
grumpy.
36 hours. He's
Hangry.
not thinking clearly. Yeah, straight up. Like someone's going to turn into to Betty White here at some point. If they don't get a Snickers bar. Anyway, so he tells Delmar to go ahead and kill Hal, but he says look, do it quietly, because there's going to be search parties at this point. I don't know on what information he's basing that idea, other than just like the amount of time that's passed.
Yeah, they should be around. He said some shit like, when they blew up that your boss just made enough noise that anyone in 10 miles could have heard us.
Right, but this
like
is,
when he blew up the C4 or whatever.
Yeah. But like,
so maybe they think like if anyone's around, they heard the bomb.
Yeah, and they're coming
like
over,
coming in this direction or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So Delmar strolls over to Hal, and Hal says, "Hey, Delmar, from me to you, you're an asshole."
Yes. Yes.
And Delmar, and I can't do the accent, but it works way better with his accent. He goes, "And you're a loudmouth punk slag who's about to die." And he grabs a gun and he points it at Hal. And Hal goes, "Maybe, but in a minute, and I'll be dead, and you'll always be an asshole," which is like a great, like, Churchill line. Like they literally just took Churchill's line from, I think it's apocryphal, but where like a woman comes up to him at a conference and says, "Mr. Churchill, you're drunk," and then his response is, "Yes, but in the morning I'll be sober and you'll still be ugly."
That's awesome. It reminded me of, there was famously this Roger Ebert, the film reviewer.
Yeah,
like
sure.
he had ripped a movie, like just torn it a new one, like saying it was the worst shit he's ever seen. This movie, like this Vincent Gallo movie. Do you know Vincent Gallo?
Yeah.
Kind of a dickhead.
Yeah.
So Vincent Gallo, he like took it personally and like responded to Ebert and was saying this, that you're fat or whatever. And he's like, that may be true, but one day I might be skinny again, and you'll always be the guy who directed this movie.
That's
so sick.
Damn, what
That's
a
such
burn!
a sick
What a
burn.
burn!
Yeah, that was so sick.
Anyway, Hal sheds the backpack and he loses his jacket. And he's like, "Okay, bro, go ahead and shoot because I'm getting cold." And Delmar goes, "Who's shooting?" At which point Delmar headbutts Hal and just immediately starts beating the shit out of him. He then proceeds to go into this bizarre rant about how he was good at soccer, and then continues
He's giving him a proper like hooligan ass.
Yeah,
whipping.
just
Such like an early
straight
90s.
up.
He's like headbutting him. and
That's
stuff.
before like soccer entered the mainstream in America. So
Yeah.
it's like it was still like this kind of
fringe sport in the
fringe
state.
sport, and also like
there was hooliganism
yeah.
was like
Yeah,
alive
yeah,
and
and I
well.
think movies like to also kind of poke fun at it a little bit. So it's
Yeah.
like, look at this villain with his soccer, and it's gonna cost him.
Yeah.
Throughout the scene, if you pay attention, Hal's vest is like going from being zipped to unzipped to back and forth throughout the scene.
I did
Like
notice
they
that.
shot it,
That's
like the
good.
wide angle he's zipped and the close ups he's
That's
unzipped.
good. I did notice that.
oops.
So Delmar continues to beat the shit out of Hal.
He stomped on Hal's knee. His
his
bad knee. The old
his-
hot tub
the
injury.
hot tub knee.
Like the way he pronounced, like, what was it, striker?
Striker.
Oh, he's a great striker.
Yeah, he's a great striker.
What is that even accent? Is that like
Well, that's-
northern England? I
that's
think
the
I feel like
thing,
he's from Manchester.
Something because like
sure.
I would get like flashes of Kano from the Mortal Kombat movie with some of the things that he was saying. I'm like, it was hard. I don't know.
I can
Anyway,
only hear Sean Bean when I was saying this
yeah.
shit.
But anyway,
It should have been Sean Bean in that part. He would have been.
he would have been great in it. Hal curses Delmar and says like, "Hey, that's a penalty shot," and then continues to just beat up Hal. Delmar's really getting into this role play.
He was giving like the full like play by play.
Oh yeah, like color commentary.
He dribbles past one defender. It was crazy.
At some point, I thought he was going to call a yellow card for offsides, but that didn't happen. So he manages to get Hal over the side of the mountain, but Hal's like holding on to it.
Right.
And then Delmar like starts to grind his boot into Hal's hand. And Delmar's like really, really having a good time. I
He is,
mean,
like, getting off.
He's
on
enjoying this kill.
oh yeah, straight up. Like I guess this is how he played soccer, is by murdering the other team.
Sure.
So he's having a great time. Hal reaches down while Delmar is grinding on his hand, and he grabs the knife that he took off of Frank, and then stabs Delmar right in the fucking calf, and that had to fucking hurt, dude.
Yeah, man. There was like a degree of poetic justice because like Delmar had killed Frank,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
now he's
yeah,
got
it's
Frank's
good.
knife, and
Yeah.
he's taking him down with it.
It's good. It was good. So when Delmar is like bending over, reeling in pain, trying to get the knife out, Hal grabs the shotgun that's slung over his shoulder and then puts the barrel to Delmar's chest and goes, "Season's over, asshole!" and blows him away. That's fucking great.
That was a good kiss off
Something
line.
great, man.
That was like maybe the first kiss off line of the whole movie.
Yeah, I mean, like
Yeah, the season's over, asshole.
It was great.
Killer.
Yeah.
I mean, Rooker was good at this shit. Like he should have been an action star.
I know, right? He just wasn't pretty enough, honestly.
Yeah, no, he didn't have like the muscles, the physique.
Yeah. Anyway, Travers hears the boom and he looks to see a body falling off the mountain, and he assumes it's Hal, and he goes, "I said quietly," he mutters to himself.
Yeah, it was like so far away he couldn't really tell.
Yeah. But he checks the tracking device, and it's pretty clear that the case is very close. So we cut back to Hal, and he's climbing up to safety. He's still got Delmar's shotgun in his hand. Travers like reaches the area where the case should be, but now the tracking device is like, it's in a different location. So he walks over to it, and it's in a different location. And he goes, "What the fuck is going on?" It's great. Like he's so over all of this at this point.
Can you hear his delivery in your head? He's like, "What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on?
What the fuck is going on?"
The frustration was just like off the charts.
He can't catch a break.
He is just so fucking over
What
this.
the fuck
He's
is
just having
going
a
on?
horrible day.
I mean, at this point, you almost
Well, a few days.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you almost feel sympathy for him.
What the fuck is going on?
It's like he just wanted to be a normal run-of-the-mill bad guy.
He just wanted to buy a sex island in
right,
the Caribbean
and just like
or
call it
whatever.
a day.
He had a tracking device that led him to nothing.
It's so good. His suffering is so relatable on a certain level. Anyway, he moves around aimlessly. He's like looking for the case. He can hear the beeping of the beacon, but he can't like fucking find it. So finally, he just like drops the tracker and raises his machine gun. At which point, like he kind of like gets a sense of where it is, and so he thinks like Walker has it or something. But then a little tiny bunny with this massive tracker strapped around his torso hops over the snow ridge.
The Walker like barehanded.
Yeah,
I want to see Walker putting that on.
This rabbit is so fucking confused.
Well, it wasn't like the type of rabbit that you see in the wild. It was
No.
it was a pet store.
It was
buddy.
clearly a pet store rabbit.
Like,
Anyway,
yeah, it was so good.
So Travers goes, "Fuck you, Walker!" and starts just shooting at the rabbit, and the rabbit just sort of casually hops away.
Takes it out of the rabbit.
Yeah. But so after he's like done shooting the gun and wasting all of his bullets, the rabbit almost just like as a reverse "fuck you" hops back up to the
What's up?
ridge. It's like he's completely untouched. And then Travers gets insanely angry at this.
What I had read was that in the first cut, he had him like the rabbit got killed, and the audience like revolted.
Yeah,
The test audience was like, "Hell no, you can't kill that rabbit." So they went back and they like added another shot into the rabbit, like to show it was still alive.
Yeah.
Crazy.
There was no blood from the rabbit at all.
I thought I saw
don't
a
think it-
little bit of
bit of blood.
Yeah,
So like it
yeah.
survived.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
it grazed him.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So he grabs his radio at this point to Quaylen, and he says, "Come in, goddammit!"
This is when things are really falling apart
Oh,
for
it's all
Travers.
going downhill at this point.
I mean, God damn
So I
it.
think at this point, he's almost resigned to, okay, I'm not getting my money,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm gonna use every ounce I have to kill this motherfucker.
Yeah,
I said,
yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta, my last act in my life is going to be to kill this fucking guy.
Fuck this
Walker.
motherfucker up. Yeah.
Fucking
yeah.
mountain ranger motherfucker.
Fucking douchebag. Anyway, so
Come in, goddamn.
Come in, God damn
it. So Quaylen. Oh, this movie could have also alternately been titled Travers' Very Bad Day.
Yeah. I know they need to have another cut, which is just all from
Oh
Trevor's
yeah,
perspective.
totally.
It's amazing.
Totally. It'd be so
The worst
fucking
day of his
hilarious.
I think the audience would root for him.
Yeah, no, I do. I think you could make him a very sympathetic protagonist. Yeah. Anyway, so Quaylen asks, like, "Have you found the money?" Trevor goes, "No, it's Walker. The son of a bitch is still alive."
Now
Quaylen.
I think he is bonding closer and closer to Quaylen because he wants to kill Walker.
Oh yeah.
Like I think now they're the closest they've been, just like the other two protagonists.
Oh, classic
Okay.
toxic relationship.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
you got the two bad guys that don't like each other, the two good guys that don't like each other. They now all of a sudden they each
They
like
do,
each other
right,
because
right.
they want to kill the other guys.
They got nothing left anymore.
Basically.
So Walker.
And real quick, is there another movie where there's been two good guys and two bad guys for the duration, basically?
Not really. I mean, that doesn't immediately come to mind.
Nah.
At least, yeah.
No.
Not in the same way where the relationships in a sense sort of almost mirror each other.
I have to really
right?
think. I have to really think about it. But yeah, not. It doesn't come straight to mind.
Nothing jumps to mind immediately. Yeah, I mean, because generally speaking, it's
trying to think because you had a lot of Lethal Weapons where there was
yeah.
the two heroes. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think. Was there also two bad guys?
Not really.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in
No.
the second one you had like the old fat like South African and then the younger South African, but not like and it's not. It doesn't work like this.
But it's
Yeah,
not.
But
But
also,
like, it's not.
what I
in
love
the-
about this is that the bad guys also hate each other.
right?
Correct.
Right.
And
And
also,
the
like-
good guys also hated
Yeah.
each other. In
Yeah,
the
yeah.
beginning.
Usually the bad guy has like a subordinate.
Yeah.
But this
Yeah,
way
good
There's
below
always
that.
like
But
there's always
he- But this guy, like, they're very close to like you got 1 and 1A,
Yeah.
not like the bad guy.
Yeah.
Clearly, his
like
number
Hans
one.
and Carl.
Correct.
right.
It's not that.
Not like that. Not
Yeah.
like that
Right.
at all.
So he shouts Quaylen's names, and Quaylen goes, "No names. This is an open frequency." And
Yes, this is my favorite bit of the whole shit.
Yeah. And so then Travers goes, "I don't give a shit, Eric Quaylen." Travers then proceeds to rant.
That's my biggest laugh of the whole movie. I don't give a shit, Eric Quaylen. Fuck you. We're all going down
We're
together.
going. This is a ball of fire at this point. So Travers is like, he's ranting about how he should have never gotten involved in this. They beat us. A couple of fucking Mountain Rangers beat us. And we cut back to the ineffectual feds who have done nothing this entire movie.
Mm-hmm.
And they're hearing the conversation going on. And the FBI agent, he recognizes Travers' voice. And he's like, get a bearing. He tells the pilot to get a bearing on that radio signal and then like go in that direction.
Is that how that shit
That
works?
does not how that works. Radio
Can you
signals
just
are just
say,
like
"Oh, I know where that signal is coming from"?
no.
I
You're.
didn't think so.
It's like going out. Like you can't. I
I
mean,
feel like at the minimum you need like multiple.
Yeah, you'd have to
like you could
triangulate,
triangulate
right.
it maybe,
but just like getting a noise over a radio signal, you can't fucking tell where it's from.
we don't
No.
know what abilities the feds have though.
Well, I mean, maybe
The
they
federal
have
people.
that bitchin' topographical
That's true. They have crazy
case
technology.
locator. So I mean, who knows? Anyway, back to Travers, and he's like, they beat the man no law agency ever could, and I'm finding that pretty fucking hilarious, Quaylen.
It's so good. man.
Quaylen is almost
He's
desperately.
he's on an all-time rant.
oh yeah.
Travers is like having a meltdown.
Oh, straight up fucking crashing out all of the way. Quaylen tells him, like, almost desperately, like, just get off the radio and shut the fuck up. And Travers is like, he's really having a come to Jesus moment at this point.
Yeah.
It's like, it's hard to believe I sold out after 20 years and this is my payback. To rot on a mountain with a fucking dirtbag like you. And Quaylen's like, you're out of your fucking mind. And Trevor's like, yeah, I fucking am. You bet I've lost my mind. Pure fucking Section 8. Now, I had to look that up. I didn't know what Section 8 meant.
Uh-huh.
Section 8 is a military designation where you were discharged for mental health reasons.
Yeah.
It
No,
was such a
yeah.
specific thing.
It's accurate.
Yeah. And I didn't know because, like, the only Section 8 I know is, like, the housing initiative. And I'm
Right,
like,
right,
what the
yeah.
fuck does this have to do with
No,
housing?
I feel like I've heard that before.
So it was like when I looked it up and saw that, it just made it so much hilarious. That whole line was so much funnier.
Yeah, Travers definitely was like a former military
Oh
guy.
yeah,
He
absolutely.
definitely like had some Vietnam PTSD going on.
Without a doubt. So anyway, Travers says he's got to go conduct his last official manhunt, and he goes, "Adios, motherfucker!"
Chucks that radio.
Shucks the radio right away. So Quaylen hops on the into the helicopter at this point, and he's like, "Okay, I just got to get the fuck out of Dodge. This whole thing was a waste of everybody's time." So somehow, though,
Rex Lynn fucking nailed it. We have to
Oh,
give that
yeah.
man credit for that scene alone. Was just
oh
like,
yeah, that like just
so
him.
good. The meltdown.
Dude, the meltdown scene is phenomenal. Somehow he immediately figures out which direction Walker was going.
He finds Walker really quickly.
Really quickly. Like Walker is running in a direction. Travers crests like a ridge behind him and then like pops off a few rounds, but then has to stop to reload. At which point Walker runs as fast as he can and he leaps off the side of the mountain.
Yeah.
He lands in some treetops below, which breaks his fall, but he like still tumbles down the mountainside.
That's the bit that they like had repurposed from when he was supposed to be jumping across that
Oh,
where the bridge fell down.
really?
Like that shot of
Oh.
him like running and just jumping into like space.
Very interesting.
Which you also have to ask, like, it looks amazing. The shot of him like flying
Yeah.
across the sky,
Yeah,
but it's like, is that feels like a lot worse than just trying to descend,
yeah.
like just throwing yourself off the mountain.
I
as
hope there's
opposed-
trees below to break my fall.
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
Also, trees are notoriously hard and not like
Well,
airbags.
That's like what happened to Rambo in First Blood
yeah.
when he fell off the cliff. Yeah, he like the trees.
But
broke
then
his
he
fall.
really got hurt.
But he got fucked up. But I feel
Yeah.
like Walker gets pretty fucked up here on the fall.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah.
This is the bit where the music while he's falling is exactly the fucking is the Predator music.
Interesting.
Take a listen. This is music from Predator. And this is music from Cliffhanger.
Well, once he like falls through the trees and he hits the ground, he rolls to a stop, and he's fucked up and he's like bleeding everywhere. So like he didn't get out of this unscathed. But Travers then like does the smart thing and doesn't leap after him and just runs down the mountain. So elsewhere though, we see Jessie and she hears the sound of the rescue copter and obviously assumes it's Frank. So she runs up to a high point.
That close-up shot of John Lithgow.
Oh, it's so great.
Pulling the
So
gun out.
menacing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she like stops at the top. The helicopter comes around, reveals that it's Quaylen, and she just has a straight up deer in the headlights
Well, like,
moment.
she chooses not to run away.
Yeah, I mean, she just freaks out, right?
She just
freezes.
stands there.
Yeah,
hands up.
it's like,
such a great moment.
I'm trapped. What can I do?
Apparently, you can't fly a helicopter with just one hand.
No,
Like,
it has to be
it
both
has
hands.
to be like two hands doing the things. So,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
the fact that he's like flying and pointing a gun at her is impossible. But that's what
fine.
the internet says anyway.
That's fine. No. I mean, like,
I've never seen a helicopter pilot at work.
I have actually. The pilot, she never took her hands off the controls. So I feel like helicopters are really fickle things to fly.
Yeah, it's a little sketchy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to go on a helicopter flight.
It
so
was awesome.
kudos to you. Yeah.
Super awesome. Anyway, that's a whole other thing. So Travers, he runs down the mountain and he comes into some sort of weird like cavern, which has got a frozen pond and a boardwalk style bridge.
Well, you say it's a cavern. I think it's supposed to be outside. I just think it's a terrible sound stage.
Okay.
That looked like shit, right?
It kind of looks like it's almost like
It's nighttime or something.
it's almost like it's enclosed but outside.
It fucking looked terrible.
It looked like
It was very
it was
clearly
obviously a
it was
set.
it was clearly indoors.
Yeah.
On the commentary track, the production designer or whoever was like, he wouldn't shut up about how pissed off he was about how this looked.
Oh, really?
He's like
Stallone?
the production. No, it was like the production
no,
design
yeah.
guy. Or so he's like, I had flown back to America because this was like the very end of shooting.
yeah.
And then I saw the dailies and I was like, what the fuck is
Oh,
this?
Jesus.
It looked
This
like-
looks fucking
It
terrible.
looked like fairy tale-y.
yeah,
yeah,
it did. It
it-
looked like something out of Frozen,
Yeah.
quite frankly.
It was
Yeah.
bizarre. Yeah,
Yeah.
like the little icicles, but they were like wafting in the breeze, like because they were fabric or
Right,
something. It
right.
was just terrible.
There's a blood trail though on the boardwalk bridge, along with some footsteps,
Yeah.
and Travers follows it across the bridge, and it leads towards a cave on the other side. But when he least expects it, Walker springs up from his hiding place from under the bridge, grabs Travers. Travers trips and falls, breaks through the bridge. Walker drops down onto the ice, breaks through into the freezing water. It's a cacophony of destruction. Travers recovers his gun though, and he starts like looking for where Walker is underneath the ice. He spots him, and he sees that Walker's trying to break through the ice, and he's just like, he is fucking enjoying this. And he just goes, "I won, Walker," and just starts taunting him. And again,
Hubris.
yeah, again, if the bad guys for 1 second just stopped and just did a thing
but he has him.
immediately.
He's under an inch of 2 inches of thick
no
of
way.
ice.
What possible thing could he do?
He should let him suffer. He has every reason to celebrate this moment.
Yeah, well,
It's been a long
fair.
couple of
But
days.
I feel like I swear these villains need to watch more movies.
Yeah, they really do need
It's
to
like
watch more
never
movies.
celebrate before you kill the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
This is like identical to the Die Hard scene where he had him under the table.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're dead. No more table. And
Yeah.
he's like, when you have a chance to kill someone, don't hesitate.
And he's like, thanks for the advice.
Yeah, it's the exact same setup.
Yeah. But anyway, so the bolt gun that Walker retrieves from earlier, he pulls it out and just shoots Travers through the ice several bolts, which makes sense because if you can fire a bolt gun hard enough to
100%.
go straight into granite,
oh yeah.
it's going to go through ice and anything that's in its way for 100 fucking feet.
Would it shoot underwater though?
I mean,
Do
it
guns
depends.
work underwater? I don't know.
Guns do work underwater. I mean, depending
Really?
on the gun. Yeah, Glock will fire
Does
underwater,
it have
no
to be
problems.
watertight though? Like the
I mean,
chamber?
Don't you think that's like a spring or something?
I think it was gunpowder.
I mean, I don't know.
I
But
see, like when they showed him shooting one into the rock earlier, it was
Yeah.
like there was flames.
Okay.
I mean,
like
as long
sparks.
as the thing is like a cartridge, right? The firing cap is embedded inside the shell casing, and the bullet.
So it's the impact.
It's the impact into
Okay.
the firing. The firing.
So the bullet could still, or whatever, the
Yeah.
projectile.
Yeah. So there's no reason why a bullet can't fire underwater.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that even if it was like using gunpowder, it probably would have worked as long as
Okay.
the gunpowder didn't get wet. But so because the ice has been shattered, Walker punches through it as Travers falls into the ice and starts floating away. Hal helps Walker
Hal
out of
is
it.
there suddenly.
I don't know who the fuck knows how he got there.
Well, I will tell you online you can watch. There's like a rough cut
Yeah.
version of this where Walker shoots through the ice with the bolt gun and hits Travers.
Yeah.
And Travers is knocked back, but not like necessarily like incapacitated. And then Hal pops out with the shotgun
Oh.
and shoots him a bunch of times with the shotgun.
Oh.
That's how it was supposed to
Which
go
the
down.
audience has probably said, nope.
Well, or Stallone was like,
No,
I
I'm
don't,
the
I don't
one."
need help.
Yeah.
My character doesn't need help. He would just
Yeah.
shoot him some more
To be
times.
fair, it's a little more dramatic for him to kill him from under the ice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
it
I think
definitely
it's way more
is,
dramatic. Yeah.
But when you watch it, knowing that it was Hal that popped out and shot him with the shotgun, you're like, oh, that makes a lot more sense
Yeah.
based on what I'm seeing.
Right,
Based on the fact
right.
there's like blood everywhere and like,
From a continuity standpoint,
and that Hal is sort of holding a shotgun.
Where did
Yeah.
Hal get the shotgun from?
he stole it from Delmar.
That's
when
right,
he,
that's right.
British
of course.
dude.
Yeah. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
so Hal rescues Walker, pulls him out from under the ice, and they watch as Travers is like swept away. Because apparently it's not a lake; it's a
It's
part
like
of a creek
river
or something.
or a
That must be the
stream.
river fight. Must be the
It's
fucking river.
Probably like an.
I feel like
cave-
we're pretty
it's-
far from where you found the case.
I think
at
it's
this
like
point.
a cave underground river.
Yeah, it's like yeah.
But again, they must be pretty low because they're not up there.
They fell down the whole mountain, I feel like,
Yeah.
to where
it
they're
was-
at.
Yeah. So, cut to Quaylen, and he's flying around in the helicopter, and he's trying to radio Travers, but Hal, like, he has a walkie-talkie that he got from Delmar.
When?
That
He's
is a
like-
good question.
He pulls out the radio, it was like courtesy of Delmar.
That is a
It's
good
like,
question.
well, you shot him and he fell off the mountain. Did he drop the radio
He may
earlier?
have just grabbed it on his way down.
Yeah,
he
he could have like
snatched it off him.
Yeah, he like snatched it off of him.
or
like,
maybe
why not?
maybe when they were like fighting, he
Yeah.
sort of dropped it.
It's possible that he dropped it.
When he was playing
yeah.
soccer.
off screen.
I feel like that there's a lot of reasons why this would be okay,
yeah, why not?
right? I mean, like I
We've
think
come this far.
Yeah, I mean, we're here. I think it's reasonable to say that during the scuffle, the
Yeah, exactly.
radio fell off, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
So now this is the first meeting of them two where they're besties again.
yes, exactly. Yeah, this is their reunite.
Yes.
Reunite. Their
Reunion,
reunion.
yes.
Thank you. That's the word. So he tells Quaylen with the walkie-talkie, "Hey, you just missed Travers. He decided to take a swim to Arizona." He hands the radio over to Walker, who also says hi. "Hey, buddy, what's up?" Quaylen's just like, he's completely flabbergasted that they're both still alive. And he's just like, "I want that money immediately." What bargaining power does he have, you think, right?
Yeah, right.
But alas, he has Jesse.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he puts Jesse on the radio and he makes her talk. And Quaylen says, like, look, I'll trade Jesse for the money and he tells Walker to like get to a high point so I can spot him. If you don't, we're gonna find out if this little angel of yours can fly.
It's a mediocre bad
It's
guy.
a mediocre bad guy. line. I mean, they can't all be winners, right? I mean, like maybe he didn't have time to workshop this one. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
So he tells Jesse take him to the top of Bitker ladder. So we're back to Bitker's ladder again.
Right.
So the helicopter zooms through the mountains, and we see Walker jogging up a steep incline. Got strong Rocky IV vibes from this.
He got there really fast.
Yeah.
He just fell down a whole mountain and he's like back up at the top again in like 5 minutes.
I mean, again, this whole thing is only a 30-minute hike from
You
that
picture
one
him, he's
valley.
like, Drago.
Yeah, I was
at
like,
the
yeah,
top.
I was like kind of imagining
Okay.
that. Yeah. So Quaylen's getting impatient when he doesn't immediately spot Walker. And Walker tells him, like, look, you need to go fucking higher, dude.
Higher.
I don't know what to tell you. Go higher and higher. Yeah. So we finally see Walker, who's on the top of the mountain. He's got a bag of cash in hand. He's kind of holding it over his head.
Dude, that fucking location
It was a great
insane
shot, dude.
when he's up on the top. And that was actually Stallone.
That was.
That was like one of the ones where he like actually went. But it was one of these where like if you would move the camera over here, you would see there's like a chalet and the little cable car station. Everything.
Okay,
It's really
okay.
close. But I'm going to get to that spot before I die for sure.
But yeah, so he's up top of the old ladder, and he's like standing right on the edge of it. And Quaylen goes, Walker, I must admit you're a real piece of work. And Walker goes, and I must admit you're a real piece of shit, which is pretty good.
When I
Pretty
heard that
good.
line, I fell out of my chair. And I was like, that's right up Sam's alley.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's some shit I could hear you saying to somebody. Like, yeah, when you lay into someone, you piece of shit. You're a real piece of shit.
So Quaylen takes the copter and he brings it down and he hovers it near Walker, and he's like right at the edge of the mountain. And he, like, on the radio tells Walker to toss the bag into the helicopter or I'll kill Jesse. And
That's
Walker,
great. Again, he's flying one-handed because he's got the gun.
Nope. Yeah, it seems unlikely.
But it's also crazy that he's off over the abyss and he's like, toss that case in.
It was like, what if
I mean,
he
I feel
misses?
like a lot could go wrong here.
Even if he is trying his best, the amount of downforce that those rotors are applying.
Yeah.
Like, anyway, whatever. So Walker says, like, dude, if you kill Jesse, then I'll toss the money. And he orders Quaylen to let Jesse go first, and then I'll give you the money.
I can't believe Quaylen agreed to it.
Quaylen hadn't thought this through.
No, this is all desperation moves.
You got to land. I guess you got to land the helicopter and get out with the girl with the gun to her head.
Yeah.
And say,
He was in a hurry.
Let's make a trade.
Yeah.
He was a little rushed, probably.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I totally agree. So Quaylen realizes he doesn't have much of a choice, and he actually flies over solid ground, and he hooks Jesse up to a winch. And she lowers herself, and Quaylen immediately forgets that this winch has been lowered, right?
Well, who even stopped the winch? I feel like it would have just unspooled the entire length of cable, but it seemed like it didn't.
I mean,
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It could be that there's
Switch.
a mechanism that detects the end of the length, so it
Yeah.
doesn't just unspool. I mean, it
Absolutely.
seems possible.
Sure.
We're at episode 5, people.
That's-
Our steel manning is becoming very weak.
No, we're just rocking with it.
We're just rolling at this point. So Walker tells Jesse to like run away and find safety, which she's like, but she does.
No, I don't want to leave.
I don't want to leave you, but
No, what are you?
you've
fucking
done
crazy?
nothing this entire movie,
Yeah, you
quite
haven't
frankly.
helped anything, to be
Right.
honest.
You're literally dead weight in this movie, unfortunately.
Uh,
Anyway, so Walker urges Quaylen to bring the helicopter closer. It's like, no, closer. No, closer.
Bring it closer.
Just bring it closer. Just keep coming. And at this point, the fact that Quaylen isn't on to like something is untoward is happening
What
here.
does he think is about to happen?
Right, exactly. So by this
He probably
point,
sees the money and he's like, I'm so close to
Yeah,
actually
he's-
getting out of Dodge. His eyes are getting big.
yeah,
Shouldn't he know
exactly.
that Walker's like a man that does not care
Right.
about he places no value on this money.
No, not
so
at
it's
all.
like, he should know. But he should have known even before he let Jesse just go that Walker's not just going to chuck it off the edge of the mountain and be
Right.
like, fuck
Yeah.
you, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the helicopter's basically on top of Walker, at which point he takes the bag of money and he throws it straight up into the rotor and
Sweet.
absolutely shreds
The
it.
look he gives when that money goes up in
it was
smoke,
real. Yeah.
It's such like disappointment turning to anger, like where no fucks given. I'm gonna kill this motherfucker.
Yeah.
At this point, like, I got nothing left.
Is
No
entire
priority
reality
in my life
yes.
other than to kill this
But
man.
he also looks like shocked and disappointed. Like he did not expect that move to happen at all.
Right,
Like you
right.
said, he should kind of expect that. Like,
should
he
know
could have been like, you
Walker
fucking
doesn't
asshole.
care about money.
He's probably like, he's just like, literally, I can't believe I did everything, including charter a jet, you know,
the amount of planning.
transfer three suitcases of money, then chase them for days, have it within what, 10 feet of me?
Yeah.
And then poof, it's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like the reality setting in is Lithgow does a great job.
Is it
Yeah.
safe to say he's also having the worst day of his life?
I think without a doubt.
He definitely is. He may not know it yet.
Yeah, correct.
I think he was kind of rolling along for the most part of the movie, like being like, whatever,
I'm
everything
still
will be
gonna get
fine.
some money.
I'm gonna get my money. Everything will be fine. I may kill everyone around me, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my money.
Yeah.
While mustache dude, I'm horrible with names. Sorry,
Travers.
He had a bad day from the very beginning. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's the moment Quaylen finally's like,
Now there's no money left.
I'm fucked. Like, I'm fucked, and I'm gonna kill someone.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm probably not gonna get away with this.
no.
But I'm gonna kill this fucker before I
taking
get
him
caught
fucking
or
with
whatever.
me. Yeah.
It's a great moment. It's a great moment.
So
Because Stallone could have easily just chucked it over the
Over the
cliff.
edge.
He said, "No, fuck you. I'm gonna literally have it disintegrate in front of you."
right, there is no recovering this because it's literally ash at this point.
Dude, I feel like he's like, "Fuck you, Walker." Oh, fuck you.
So while Quaylen is having that existential crisis, Walker grabs the end of the winch and like clips it to the top of the Bitker ladder. Quaylen recovers, is enraged.
It's even, I know, it's so good.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
even
yeah.
better than like you realize. He's like, also, you're not going anywhere.
You're not going anywhere,
motherfucker.
motherfucker. Yeah. So he swings the helicopter around and then like tries to like I don't know what he's trying to do with Walker, but he's trying to hit him or something. Jesse, who's hiding somewhere, tells Walker to run, and you're like, yeah, I know. Thanks.
On a soundstage somewhere, Jesse's like, run.
So Walker runs and he jumps off the edge of the mountain, and like he does it because he just got nowhere else to go, and he grabs onto the ladder. The helicopters follows
Does he
him.
know he's going after the ladder? Because he's not jumping off that cliff without going after the ladder.
I feel like he knows he's
I feel like-
planning to grab that ladder.
Yeah, and I also think he knows that this is not the best move, but he has no other choice, right? Like this is it.
My only choice to jump off a cliff.
Right, exactly. He grabs the ladder. The helicopter passes by and then immediately starts yanking the ladder off rung by rung by rung, right?
Right.
Great scene.
Oh, no, this
it
is
was
great.
nuts, dude.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
like
yeah,
something
yeah.
out of a Bond movie. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
It was
totally.
crazy action set
Totally.
piece.
The ladder has gone horizontal at this point, and Walker's like hanging from it. And then there's
Yeah.
like this tug of war. And
They
like
said it was all like a miniature. They built a miniature cliff face and a
Oh,
miniature
wow.
helicopter, and they had this little like animatronic, like little Stallone puppet
oh wow,
that was hanging from the thing with like that was rigged where its like legs would swing
that's
or
really
whatever
cool.
to shoot it. Yeah, it was
That's
crazy
really
shit.
cool. Well, while Quaylen is struggling with a copter, Hal shows up and he just like fires the rest of his shotgun rounds in the helicopter. And unless
I'm not convinced he was even in a position where he could hit that helicopter.
and even if he was, unless that thing was loaded with slugs, like some fucking shotgun shells,
like
it's just
pellets.
like shot is just going to bounce off that helicopter. So I don't know what the fuck he thought he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then also he runs up, shoots it right next to Jesse, who has seen Walker jump over the edge, clinging to the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
Like the last thing you want to do is be like, I mean, like this is all
Yeah.
a bad decision from,
Mm-hmm.
you know, from top to bottom, and no one makes any good choices right now. Anyway, at this point, Quaylen fully loses control of the helicopter and it drops from the sky. The cable's still tethered to it, and so it sort of acts as a tether and swings it down, and it like falls and crashes into the side of the mountain.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, it was
As we
great.
discussed with Kevin, one of the many copycat movies, Mission Impossible 6, was it?
Rogue
Fallout.
It was Fallout. Yeah,
That copied that scene at the end.
with Henry Cavill.
So-
yeah.
The helicopter's hanging off on the cable. It was a total like ripoff.
Oh yeah,
Total rip-off,
yeah,
which
yeah.
again, kudos, you know,
super. Yeah,
people rip off classics, but I mean, like, there's so many cool things about this movie that live on, you know, in future
like that
editions.
30,
yeah,
30
yeah.
years later, they're trying to rip it off. It's
yeah,
like pretty
yeah,
impressive.
Yeah, exactly. So at this point, it's hanging upside down. The rotors have been ripped off by the wall. They're 4,000 feet above the ground. Walker is still holding onto the ladder, but like he gets slammed into the cliff with everything else. He loses his grip, falls, lands on the bottom of the copter,
It's crazy.
and then like grabs on one of the skids to just like stop himself from falling to the ground.
the
right?
shit was nuts.
Yeah.
The fact they were like doing this for real with stuntmen on the side of the cliff
Yeah.
in the mountains is fucking insane. To
Bonkers.
me.
Yeah.
Anytime you can see Stallone's face, it's like on a stage, but the wide shots where you can see the whole valley below and everything like that is wild
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. So Quaylen pops out of the cabin of the copter and then grabs Walker. He tries to pull him to his death, but Walker's got a tight grip. And he goes, "It's just us now, you piece of shit."
You piece of shit. That's awesome. He is so mad.
I know, he's
big
fucking
mad.
done with this. Yeah. They wrestle for a while, and then Quaylen manages to climb up on top of the helicopter's undercarriage, and he tries to kick Walker off the chopper, but like he can't. Walker is just refusing to die, and
Yeah.
Walker manages to get on top of the copter too, and all of that bouncing around, like you can see that it's like just yanking the rungs of this ladder off of the cliff face. Props to whoever made that ladder that it's capable of holding that kind of weight. At this point, like Hal and Jesse are at the top of the cliff, like, "Get off the helicopter!" And Walker tries to, he like jumps onto the cliff and tries to grab it by hand, but then Quaylen grabs him back. They fall back onto the undercarriage of the helicopter, and then Quaylen goes, "Stick around," which is like, we've heard this.
Arnold
Yeah, it's an Arnold line.
from Predator.
Yeah.
For sure.
Meanwhile, more rungs on the ladder keep getting pulled out. So Quaylen has him in like a chokehold from behind. And he goes, "We had a deal. Now we just have each other."
That's a good line.
Yeah. Yeah.
The hardest thing to buy about the whole thing is that John Lithgow's fighting Stallone.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. He's just not that type of guy.
No.
Like,
no.
you don't look at it. He's a big guy.
He's a
but
big guy.
He's a
but-
big guy, but you don't picture him. He's not a physical guy.
Right. Exactly. So Quaylen seems to be like, at this point, he's accepted he's going to die.
Oh, yeah.
And so he's just like trying to take Walker with him, just like get his final bit of revenge. But Walker like then bites his arm and breaks free. He gets to his feet and he just like starts fucking kicking Quaylen to shit. The helicopter is moments away from ripping the ladder completely out of the wall. And then Walker goes, "Remember, shithead, keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times."
That's a strange line.
It was a reach, dude,
That was a
because I'm
reach.
pretty sure there's no flight attendants on helicopters explaining how roller coasters work.
That's what he said to Hal at the very beginning on the tower when he sent him out on the line. Like, was it keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle? I don't know if that's
I
supposed to be some sort of a
completely forgotten
callback,
It has to be, right?
but like, it makes no sense.
What a weird callback.
It makes sense that he would say that to Quaylen. It doesn't
Yeah.
make sense as like, is that a callback? Is that what he says to people when he?
Maybe.
I don't know. It's just a strange. It was a
Because they're going
strange
for a ride,
moment.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
It was kind of
Yeah.
just weird, but
yeah. Anyway, so Walker kicks Quaylen one final time, and he falls off the side of the helicopter, but is holding on enough that he swings around and finds himself back into the cabin of the copter. So Walker, with seconds to spare, flings himself off of the copter and he grabs onto the cliff face as the last of the anchors on the ladder rip off and the whole chopper falls and everything plummets to the earth. So Quaylen has just enough time to realize what's about to happen.
Yes.
We get this extreme close-up of just a shocked look on his face.
oh,
And he screams, it hits the ground and causes a huge explosion.
it's so satisfying when like you have the bad guy has a little moment to realize they're about to die.
Yeah. But I'm gonna be annoying again
Like
here
Hans.
for a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. The helicopter was low on gas when Quaylen started
It was
flying it.
Big
By this
fireball.
point, it has to be on fumes.
There's a huge explosion.
What is causing that massive fireball?
It
Yeah.
would just basically like
You
crunch like a can.
Yeah, exactly. It would just be a can. Yeah, but that's fine. It's a movie. Explosions
Yeah.
are cool, and it was a
Because the helicopter didn't really blow up Mission Fallout. Remember?
No, yeah, it didn't.
It didn't really
No,
blow
it
up.
just crunched.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, Hal's like, get the rope. So he grabs the old ancient rope, and this time it's fine enough. So they pull him back up onto the cliff. So now we cut back to the feds, who have spent almost the entire movie in this helicopter doing literally nothing. They have finally reached the area where everything is going on.
Just in the nick of time.
Just in the nick of time. Walker is like, he's climbing his way back on the top of the cliff.
Dude,
radios them.
That shot when he climbed up and the three of them are like on the top.
Yeah.
And you got this whole vista of mountains and a helicopter rising up behind them. That's a fucking insane
They must
shot.
have had like a whole fleet of fucking helicopters, like just shooting this thing from every angle they could, right?
It was like you would watch it and think, like, oh, that's like blue screen or something. But no, that
it
was
was
like
all
they did it
fucking
for real.
real.
It was
Yeah,
fucking crazy,
Yeah.
like how you don't even register how amazing what you're seeing is.
Yeah.
We're like, wow, that's a lot to pull off in a shot in a movie. But
I mean, I feel like this is one of the ones. I mean, I was too young to really appreciate what was going on, but I feel like this is a movie that seeing it on the big screen would really drive home the
it would have been
scale of what's going
amazing
on.
if you were like
Yeah.
the right age
Yeah.
and like had grown up watching all the Stallone shit.
Yeah.
You'd be like, this is a fucking achievement of a movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Anyway, so Wright radios the group and goes like, "Who the fuck are you people?"
Yeah.
And House is like, "We're the Rocky Mountain Rescue, bitch." I mean, he doesn't say bitch, but that's like that was implied. And he goes, "Look, if you're looking for Quaylen, try about 4,000 feet south of here. He'll be the one wearing a helicopter." It's a pretty fun line. Pretty fun line. Wright's pleased. He's very happy about this. He's like, "Look, I got another copter on the way. We're gonna pick you up." The camera pulls back, shows everybody on the top of the mountain.
This is the real actors on a peak. It was a totally different peak than where they were a second ago. Like it was like nothing was similar about it. But I think it's such an amazing visual. You just don't even notice that.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, credits roll, and then that is Cliffhanger. No more cliffhangers, y'all. We finished.
That's a fucking rad movie.
It was fun.
It really is.
Yeah, it's a good
It
one.
really is.
You know, and the funny thing is like there's not. In my memory, that's really the only kind of true action movie that involves mountain climbing, right? There's like, Vertical Limit and K2 and a lot of these kind of thriller mountain climbing movies. But this is
That's
the only
a great
like
point. I agree.
Yeah, and so it's unique in that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I dig it.
And like I said, the Batman 3 with Christopher Nolan copied part of it.
Yeah,
Then,
and then
Tom Cruise.
Fallout does
Fallout.
it. Yeah.
Like, I mean, these are two of the biggest kind of franchises ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And most people wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
This is
Which
the
is
prototype.
travesty.
Yeah, exactly. I know. It's like to know where it came from. I mean, when I rewatched this, I'm like, oh, fuck. I mean, this is, to a certain point, there was like almost shot for shot taken from this movie that went into The Dark Knight Rises, right? And they expanded on in The Dark Knight Rises, but still, like,
Pretty much.
It's funny, though, because like I remember when they were talking about how epic this whole
in that
thing
movie,
was.
they didn't do anything as crazy as like the plane to plane like zip line.
Yeah. But I mean, I remember like whole featurettes talking about how crazy the stunt was in The Dark Knight Rises, and you're like, dog. I mean, like 1993 called. They want their stunts back.
Exactly.
I mean,
I want the behind the scenes featurette about this movie.
Yeah,
which doesn't
Yeah,
really
yeah.
exist, and it's like you guys missed out because that plus the opening sequence, like the tower to tower zip line thing.
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck did you do this?
Well, I was, I think we were talking about this before, but this movie to me, because this was nominated for 3 Academy Awards in '93, and it lost all 3 to Jurassic Park.
Yes,
I
think that it was best sound, best sound editing, and best visual effects.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
It's like, okay, fair. Jurassic Park probably deserved,
Of course,
right?
It was
But-
a landmark achievement.
Yeah,
Jurassic
exactly.
Park.
But what this movie proves to me is how appalling it is that the Academy has just added a stunts Academy Award.
Yeah.
Like it's
That's
just
shocking to me.
it is. It's absolutely appalling to me that it's like this movie should have won all of those.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one was wild.
Yeah, yeah,
Rad movie. It went apparently way over budget. It was supposed to be like a $40 million movie. It turned into like a $70 million movie.
wow.
But it made a ton of money.
Yeah,
It barely broke even domestically. It was like 84 million, but globally it was 255
Nice.
million.
yeah,
Did well. It was nominated for the Oscars. They were working on a sequel called The Dam.
Oh.
which was going to be like terrorists take control over the Hoover Dam, but Gabe Walker is there to save the day.
Oh, shit, dude.
Which they kind of did that in Universal
Soldier, yeah.
So I want to talk though about the whole the premise by John Long.
Yeah, what is this? Okay, you have been teasing this since episode 1.
In real life, in the 70s, there was like a plane load of weed being flown like from South America to Canada.
Okay.
And it, the plane crashed in Yosemite Park.
Okay.
And like all these rock climber, like dirtbag sort of mountaineer, like hippies, went up into the high mountains to find this, there was just bales of weed everywhere.
God.
And they were filling up all the weed they could carry and taking it out or whatever.
That's amazing.
And somehow that got written up as a story in a magazine or something, which then got draft after draft. It became Cliffhanger.
No way.
But I want to see that movie about
just a bunch of fucking stoners.
A bunch of stoners trying to find that weed up in the mountains.
It's kind of like that bear comedy.
Yeah, Cocaine Bear. Yeah, straight up.
Well, I felt like it would be you let Seth Rogen and fucking
Seth Rogen's too fucking
James
self-serious
Franco
now.
make a Pineapple Express style movie where they're a bunch of stoner mountain climbers who are trying to find the plane crash full of weed. Or whatever.
Imagine back in the day, the cast of This Is the End. And
doing
that
this,
cast doing
or
this movie.
Your Highness and the Pineapple Express, Danny McBride and all them. We're all stoners trying to find this
that would be fucking hilarious.
Huge 6,000 pounds of weed.
You could lean into some of the violence aspect, and you could go sort of the Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
It could have been a
route,
crazy
where
action
it's
flick,
super violent,
like a stoner action movie. Sort of thing. I feel like they need to make that movie.
That would be a pretty fucking great movie.
I'm here for it. But so then the dude Michael France showed up with the script for Cliffhanger, and Carolco picked it up. But then you had those other two dudes come out of the woodwork and say, well, this dude stole our script.
Oh shit.
And they gave those two dudes producer credits on this movie to sort of as a compromise or whatever. It just sounds like a fucking total shit show.
Oh my God, what a disaster.
I want the stoner
dude.
weed in the high Sierras. Movie or whatever.
You get fucking Elizabeth Banks to direct it. I mean, Cocaine Bear was phenomenal. I laughed my ass off on that movie.
It was fun, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I buy it. I think it would be hilarious.
But it ultimately became essentially Die Hard on a mountain.
Yeah,
basically.
which is fine.
Right down to they called in the script the mountain was called the Tower, which I think of it was
Towering
Nakatomi
Inferno.
Tower.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh
but,
yeah.
And then in the end, Stallone gets a screenwriter credit too because he's I wrote a couple of those one-liners.
Right.
I want a screenwriter credit. For that.
Well, I mean, it's Stallone, so he gets to ask.
Yeah, and he got it. I mean. But apparently, there was a big Writers Guild dispute over all of this.
I believe it.
They do arbitration and they settle.
What's the next movie he did? You think after Demolition Man, after '93? That gap between
the Specialist, I think was the next thing.
About the Specialist.
And I never even saw that one with
I saw
Banderas.
Assassins.
It might have been Assassins before.
Forgot about
Specialist.
Assassins.
Assassins was the one with Banderas,
that
right?
was a pretty good movie.
What was the Specialist with Sharon Stone?
Yeah.
So yeah, Specialist was
I think
a
Special-
bomber.
I think the Specialist came first, and then Assassins.
I totally forgot about Assassins. It was a solid
Was
movie.
it good?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. That was his Eraser. Schwarzenegger did Eraser, and I feel like that was the last pretty good R-rated action movie that he had.
Another random one, I like Copland, but Copland was obviously a great movie. But the Get Carter, my equivalent of that movie with Arnold is End of Days.
Really?
I think End of Days is fun.
He did that the clone movie, The Sixth Day.
The Sixth
which
Day.
was also kind of meh.
That
the
one was
Sixth
cool.
Day
It was
was fine.
But he had gotten away from his action roots.
Right.
and,
End of Days, you know what the premise is, right?
Yeah, it's Apocalypse.
It was-
And he's the devil, basically.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
good.
Schwarzenegger was the devil or the other?
No, he was
he's a
fighting
cop.
the devil.
It was
cop.
Gabriel
Yeah.
Byrne, or am I making? There's that Stigmata,
Gabriel Byrne was Stigmata. No, Gabriel Byrne was. I don't think he was the devil in Stigmata,
but he was in.
but he was fighting.
Who was the main lead bad guy in End of Days?
Oh shit, I don't remember.
I don't remember, but he had his funny kind of sidekick too. He's a very famous actor. Not very famous, but he's famous.
Not Rob Schneider. That was
No, but
that was
Kind of looks like him.
that was Judge Dredd. I'm thinking.
Oh
about.
Jesus Christ, dude!
Oh, of course you bring up Judge Dredd. Yes, I saw that one in the theaters.
Did
Yeah,
you?
dude, I loved that movie. When
I've
I was
still
a
never
kid.
seen it all
I
the way
enjoyed it
through.
as a kid.
I love that movie so much. I read the novelization of it.
The thing about Judge Dredd, it was actually.
Oh, it was Gabriel Byrne. You're right. Gabriel
In-
Byrne was
in-
the devil in End of Days.
Really?
I
Was he
just
also
checked.
in Stigmata, Gabriel?
He
Byrne?
was. He was in Stigmata.
Okay, so
yeah.
those two were like they came out almost on top of each other. I
Yeah.
think.
The reason why Judge Dredd is okay, it's an actual superhero movie without all the CGI. They made it work.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
You know what?
okay.
The other Dredd movie they made with Carl Urban
was
and
fucking amazing.
that was an awesome flick.
Yeah.
Super
I don't know
violent.
if I've ever watched it.
He was
It's
it was
so
him and his
good.
partner in like a towering apartment
It
building.
was basically just a remake of The Raid, but
It-
set in the Judge Dredd
They had to
universe.
get to the top of this apartment building and try to bust this drug lord.
And
it was so violent. It was so good.
It was just amazing. And what's her face? Played Cersei Lannister.
yeah. She was like the queen or
yeah.
the mother or the witch, whatever her name was.
She played like a gang boss, and she was fucking amazing. at
That's
it.
a good flick. You would
yeah.
like that
no,
one.
you'd love Dread. It's great.
Oh man. All right. Well, let's.
Oh yeah, we should wrap up.
We should
here.
wrap up and go watch Dread.
That's right, dude. Amazing movie. I've seen the movie so many times. It's so
Dude,
good.
Sam, you're a trooper, man. You came
Yeah,
the whole
thanks for hanging out.
journey.
I mean, Cliffhanger, it's worth it.
You do it all for Stallone.
I do. Not any Stallone movie, but this one for sure.
Cliffhanger's a winner.
This one is worthy.
Cliffhanger's a
We
winner.
usually like to rip on Stallone, but this was like a legitimately
It's
just
just a
like
good movie.
a badass action.
There's like a few
flick.
movies you can't, like First Blood,
First Blood for
Rocky.
sure. Maybe
This
Rambo
one.
2, maybe First Blood Part 2, Rocky 1, 2, 3,
Like,
4. 4 is fun, but it's also
Yeah,
bad. It's
you
a
can
bad
talk
bad.
shit about Rambo 3. You can even talk shit about Rambo 2, but First Blood is
Is a
bulletproof.
legitimately-
First Blood's a great
yeah,
movie.
It's bulletproof.
It's almost
so is
not an
Rocky.
action movie. I feel like we can't
Yeah.
talk about that. We
No,
just
it's,
have
it's
to
a Vietnam vet movie.
we have to
Right,
skip
it really
straight
is.
to Rambo 2 because that's an action movie.
Was straight
Where it's
up.
like glorified
Correct.
violence.
Yeah. I think glorified is the right
Gratuitous
adjective.
violence.
Yeah, because the violence in First Blood was not.
It's traumatic.
It's traumatic.
He's
Yeah,
like going
exactly.
through like PTSD.
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
Yeah.
And the second one, they just turned him into.
Like an
You-
action hero.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Rocky. I have this theory that Rocky 1 and 2 was like Democrat Rocky, and then in 3 and 4 became like Republican
Yeah, I
Rocky.
get it.
And I feel like Rambo 1 was like
Yeah.
working class, like he's fucked up. And then they turn him into, you know what? Let's go back and win Vietnam.
Exactly.
Let's go back and fucking win it.
Yeah.
And then
Like,
win Afghanistan.
And then we'll
yeah.
get him on steroids and we'll just go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy shit.
Yeah, go fight the Russians in Afghanistan.
Go fight the Russians in Afghanistan. We'll fuck them up. Go
Yeah.
fight alongside Bin Laden.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Exactly. That kid.
That kid was Bin Laden. Oh, shit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Because of Rambo.
Oh my
9/11
God.
happened.
Oh my God.
Okay, we're
This
definitely
is
very
we're
tired.
going in a weird direction now, everybody.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. But yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yes.
Check out the social media
Yes, please
at
do.
6DOS Podcast.
Yep.
And also tell your friends. And Sam, you tell your friends.
I've already told a few.
We want to build like a
yeah.
community of people who love
Yeah,
these
A
flicks.
buddy of mine listened to a bunch like years ago during COVID. I just
Well, he's
need
gonna
to
have to come
I
back.
Need to,
Yeah, I mean,
need
it's
to tell
better
him
than
that-
ever
yeah,
now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bigger and
You guys
better
are
than
building
ever.
up the library.
And,
Yeah,
and
dude.
like if anybody knows any like, alcohol companies who want to sponsor
That's
us,
true.
I feel like we would be happy to do booze ads.
Well, I'll drink anything.
Except for Malort.
Yeah, like Planet Hollywood, sponsored by Stallone.
Yes, absolutely. Oh man, but yeah, we'll be back soon for
Yeah,
sure with
we know
something
what-
new and fresh and
I
exciting.
think we know what we're gonna do next probably, and it's gonna be
Yeah.
a good one if it happens.
Yeah, a little change of pace.
Yeah.
But until then.
We'll be back.